Welcome back, Sleepers of the Sands, to part 2 of this A Row Living Help Guide. Just in case you missed it, part 1 covers every testing lab in the A Row and can be accessed by clicking the link just above. If you're looking for maps and the quickest way to get through those, please take time to look through it. Now, once you start running around the A Row for a while, you might notice there are always bases, but rarely any ornithopters floating about. That is why I'm here to tell you not to be worried about the crash ships in the A Row. They are PvP, yes, but since launch I've only encountered a handful of people at these ships, and minus 1 or 2, they've never really been bad. Most of them have been friendly, doing the same thing I was doing. Plus, the looting routes I will teach you here will make the time spent in these POIs less than a minute to get in and out. So let's get to looting more. The first thing that you want to make sure that you have before you head out into the A Row to do these ships is a good shield, or the best shield you can have. Make sure that you have a leader John, because water will be important, and at least for me, you should have some kind of melee weapon and any kind of drill dart gun, because you will be fighting a lot of stuff with shields, and there's ways for you to duck behind certain areas where they can't hurt you, but you can get a quick and easy shot off on them and quite definitely take them out before they even get close to hurting you. Now, the wreck ships in the A Row are all one of 4 designs. The Type 1 ship, which can be found at A1 and A9, make picking up blueprints feel like highway robbery. You literally land your Orny at the opening on the side of the ship. You run in, and to your right is a damaged hole that you run down. You then run around the wall in a U shape, and you see a hatch. Drop down that hatch to the bottom floor, run up to the table right in front of you, get the ID badge, run back and jump through the hatch, and then run up the hole. As you are coming out the top back at the entrance where your ornithopter is parked, you will notice that there is access now through that shield to go into. Inside there are 2 heavy gunners, but typically all that I do is use 2 Bene Gesserit skills, and I'm in and out before they ever even come close to touching me. The skills here that I'm talking about is first Compel, which I will hit the first one with. That will put him out for a good 5 to 10 seconds. I then jump very quickly with my weirding step to the next one, stab him in the back, loot the chest. As I am jumping back through the shield gate, I usually hear the first guy starting to wake up, but by then it's too late. He's not going to hit me with any bullets, and I'm off to the races in my ornithopter. Now, there is a second ship class, which is probably the most common and are also so very quick to get in and out of. These ships always have 3 guards, being 1 heavy and 2 regulars out front of the hole that you will be running into. I typically land on top of the ship and fall down onto a ledge, which has this natural barrier that they can't shoot me. It gives me some kind of shield between me and them. I will tend to try to kill the one with a shield on with my drill dart. Then I will just use my Compel and weirding step to kill the other 2. You basically run in. Of course, there are going to be these explosive mines that you cannot avoid. Don't worry, they don't hurt that much. Run through them, they will blow up, and as you go through the hole in the side of the ship, you will notice on the right there is a blast door. Literally run over to the blast door, pull out your cutter array, cut through the door, and voila, you got your chest in and out. This should take probably 20 to 40 seconds at most. Now, these ships are found in A1, A3, A4, and in A9. And the one in A2 at the moment is a bonus ship because there are never any guards there. So if you are just trying to put your toes in the water to test the temperature, always jump over there to that A2 ship, because you'll never have anything to fight. You can just run in really quick, cutter array through the wall, get your loot, get out. Now, the third ship type can be found in A3 and A7. You will simply just land your ship right next to the hole right that you're flying up to, and you'll see a pile of scrap metal in front of the ship. Use your cutter array to break it up, get the badge out of there. Then there's one more metal in front of the door, and then you're going to have to cut through a blast door. Now, you want to take an immediate left. because there are 4 guards that are inside this building. Most of the time, however, I can just run past them, go loot the chest by hitting spacebar really quick, and then run out without ever having to fight any of them. However, in some cases, they do kind of aggro to you and kind of get in your face where you can't avoid them, and there's plenty of space to jump around and hide behind stuff to try to kill them or escape quickly whenever they are starting to reload their weapons. Now, the final ship type is in the middle at A5. This layout is the same as the wreck of the Alcyon in the Haga Basin, basically that first big ship that you jump into. You basically run in, you kill everything on the first floor, you use a cutter array to open the door on the far right, you immediately see a staircase on your left, you run up it and run into the first door on the left. Inside there will be 2 guards, you simply just kill them, then you cutter array through the next wall and there's 1 guard in the next door. And there's 1 guard in the next room, you kill him, and presto, you have your loot chest. Get that loot. You can also pick up the armband and kind of jump out and try to find your ship if you've parked it on top of the ship or whatnot. And it's pretty easy to get in and out without anything happening. Although I do admit at most times I just avoid this because it just takes too much time to do the cutter array. But at all most you are going to spend is about 1 minute in this place getting it. And so if you want to get the loot, it's there. It's no different than any of the other wreck ships, but it is an option. Now, the point of me making this video is so new players to the deep desert don't miss out on additional blueprints and crafting materials just because they feel uncertain about the PvP environment. Once again, I hardly see anyone running these ships, and as you can see from the looting routes, you are never inside of them for more than 20 to 40 seconds. So I hope everyone can use these guides to get better items and to make sure that they are advancing in the game so that they can start jumping out and using the other guides that I have for jumping into the deep desert ships and labs out there. As always, keep your eyes in the skies, guys, and have a nice day.